guys. Hello. Where are the washers? The washers and the nutters. Where are you guys? Because we actually just had a very fun session on Instagram. I'm so excited about that. I mean, it was quite entertaining. But yes, guys, you are definitely welcome to our family meeting. It's another family meeting, guys. Come out. Should I ring the bell so that you guys can all come out? But yeah, thank you for joining this live stream. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, hi, my name is Austin Betha. I'm so excited to have you here. And yes, this is called our family meeting because every Sunday, immediately after the live stream, I mean, usually it was immediately after the live shows, but this season, there's something else that happens after the live shows that we have to wait for as well, and that is the custodian challenge, that happens 1 hour after the live eviction show. And so a good number of you guys, advised that I waited for the whole custodian challenge to be over before we then have our family meeting, because there's no point having that and then now holding back on the information as to who won the what's it called now, who won the custodian challenge. All right, so that is why we are starting now, because I went live. All right, I did. We had a good session as well. So yeah, let's just get into it, guys. From the title of the video, you can tell that it was the housemates that evicted the Tami pair. Yes, I know some of you will be like, what happened? I know now, but we voted now. Like, guys, I'm gonna explain, okay? And then it will get to a point where I am sure that you guys have to continue the explanation. For those of you that were on that live stream on Instagram, you are the ones I'm talking to, okay? Anyways, today's live eviction show started off with Ebuka, of course, giving us throwbacks to what happened in the house, more like what's that thing, what they call that thing, like when you're playing back things that happen, just to refresh our memories. I cannot remember the English now, but yeah, the fact is I will always watch this live. I will always watch it live and still come back to watch it here. I love you. Okay, first time seeing you without nails. Let me show you properly. I have really cute nails, guys. I'm digressing. But anyway, today, Big Brother had mentioned Big Brother recap. Thank you. English is not my first language. Recap, yeah. They had played recap as to what happened in the house, who won the other HOH, who won the custodian challenge, the party, just all of that. And then, of course, it was time for us to get to the business of the evening. And we were told, because Big Brother had addressed the housemates, I have my notes here as per usual. Big Brother addressed the housemates and he mentioned to them and to us by extension that the 4 pairs that they'll be calling out were nominated. You guys know that, last week we were told to start voting. And, the 4 pairs that would have the lowest votes, will be up for possible eviction. But then in this case, we also have the custodians, and we all had questions as to, what their power, you guys know that power that they had in that box, we didn't know what it contained. So of course we knew that there was probably going to be, some type of twist, even though it's a kind of twist that, we've seen before. But guys, don't panic, okay? Don't panic. It will be like say Big Brother, they repeat the same thing, but don't panic, because I know that he has a lot up his sleeves this season. So we knew that the custodian power still was there. And then of course Big Brother had mentioned that, you know what, let's just take it one step at a time so that you guys don't get lost in my explanations. Okay. Now the 4 pairs that had the lowest votes, includes Checkers, Tami, Streeze, and the Radicals. Okay. Checkers is Chizoba and Oyeka. Tami is Damilola and Toyosi. Streeze is Mayor Frosh and Toby Forge. While the Radicals is also Fairme and Michky, right? So these people were up for possible eviction. And then, of course, it was at this point that Big Brother had told the previous, yes, because they are no longer the custodians, the previous custodians, Ezine Williams. Hello, your name didn't enter my mouth. For what? For what? But yeah, he had told the Ndine pair, which of course, had the custodian rights, in the previous week, to open their box and of course tell us what the content of their scroll was. And so when they opened it, they found the scroll actually read save only, right? So this time all they had to do was to save a pair, right, from the 4 pairs that were up for possible eviction. And then without any stress, without any hassle, they just went straight for the radicals. And I'm guessing that I did not guess. When we were having our live stream, somebody had mentioned that they probably did that because they had chosen the Mbadiwe twins over them, during the last head of house games. You guys know that there was a tie between the radicals and Mbadiwe twins, and so they had chosen the Mbadiwe twins. So I feel like this was them trying to say, you know what, we couldn't pick you the other time, but we have a chance to save you now, so we might as well save you guys. So they did not even waste time. They just chose the radicals, which left us with 3 pairs that were now up for possible eviction. And it was at this point that Big Brother now announced to them that the housemates who are not up for possible evictions, the housemates who are safe for the week, will be called in pair by pair into the diary room for them to vote out, one of the 3 pairs, right? So every other pair that sat down, that did not get their names mentioned earlier, Big Brother started calling them, and we didn't get to hear them voting. And I'm guessing this is because they wanted us to be surprised as well, when they called the housemates that would leave the house. Because if we had heard them making their votes and all of that, I mean, it would have watered down the whole thing. So yeah, I think that was the only reason they didn't let us see it. It wasn't because they were trying to have any foul play or anything. Nah, because even before that was mentioned, a lot of you had predicted that the Tami pair were leaving. All right, so it was no surprise, it was no brainer that when better don't leave me. Wisdom. Anyway, when they all went in, that took a while. They went in one by one to make their votes and all of that. And by the time Big Brother, by extension Ebuka, had announced, it was the Tami pair that got evicted. And guys, let me tell you, Onyeka was being so dramatic today. Small thing, Mama, all they cried, they shed tears. But that tears are not really by her, because you remember her saying that if she has to cry her way to the top, she will cry. If she has to beg, she will beg. If she has to do this, so yeah, she's definitely playing the game. She's such a smart person, because people started going to her to pet her. Sorry. And yeah, I think the tears worked. I know that the tears worked. Okay, because they're like, it's Onyeka now. But then Ebuka mentioned to them that some of you are here as a pair, yes, but you're not doing anything, and it is only your partners that are carrying you as a pair. So what are people doing? What are people doing? People are just there. You are not even trying to give us content. You're just there. And Sean and Victoria had a conversation, earlier, where he was telling her, look, I don't really know you anymore. I mean, you're here with me, but I don't know you anymore, which is why most times you'd see that I'm somewhere else, because yes, you're here, but I don't really know you. You guys, we don't understand what it is exactly that's going on between these people. There's been speculations that they dated, and Victoria cheated, and because of that, he's been really hurt, he's been heartbroken, especially because the person she cheated with is the person that she's allegedly dating. I wouldn't know that for sure. I'm just telling you guys what has been making the rounds on the internet. Okay, now some other pairs, for example, the checkers pair. I would tell you for a fact that the person carrying that pair is Onyeka. Chizoba, hello, what are you doing? You're just there playing, trying to play smart, trying to act like you're trying to figure the game out and all of that. I really don't know. There are some pairs like that. We don't know what they're doing. Ben and TJ, we mostly see Ben, but TJ is just the more, laid back, the more relaxed person. Even this evening, he was saying, oh, I don't really like to talk too much when there's no need and all of that. So you heard that too. Wow, news they fly, yo. They kept on going back and forth as to, oh, me, I don't really like to talk, and this, but you have to talk. If you don't talk, we will not know. I saw the video of Sean's previous reality show where his girlfriend cheated on him. Yes, that's the blue blue something. I watched it. Blue something something. If you guys remember, please write in the comments. Yes, he was cheated on there, and you had been cheated on again. Like, what's happening? Maybe you need to wash your head at this point. But yeah, blue therapy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, blue therapy. Anyway, at this point, Big Brother had told them that they had 1 hour to get ready for the custodian challenge, and it go be them like I said that last week. Last week was just really easy peasy. I mean, it was still a game of chance to an extent today. Last week was just a game of chance, a game of luck. Anybody could have, won that thing. It was just a game of luck. It was just entering the pool and fetching a bottle. I mean, what were the odds that, Nne did not hand over the other bottle? Because she picked two and she handed one to another pair. But then luckily for her, the bottle she was holding on to had the custodian thing in it. So that one was totally a game of chance. But you see today, if you were on that my live stream, you would know that there's nothing. In fact, chance not there this one. In fact, if you look at it, because it was quite a lot. The instructions were just a lot. I was confused. The housemates were confused. I think Big Brother was confused at some point, because when he was reading out the instructions, at some point he said the washers. Next time I heard the washers, I say, Biggie, are we washing or we're washing? Like, what exactly are we doing? So I'm just going to try to explain the game in the best way that I can. Okay, sorry if you don't really understand it, or sorry if I'm not using the exact words that Big Brother used, because we're still trying to figure it out as a collective of veterans, as a collective here. We're still trying to figure out what Big Brother said. But let me just read out the things that I wrote. Yeah, Big Brother had mentioned that. Let's go there. Let's go there. Wait. Big Brother had mentioned that the game was called the fetch and not, right? So you're supposed to fetch something and you're supposed to not something, right? And he had also mentioned that this time around, not just one person would be playing. Now, whilst one member of a pair is acting the role of a fetcher, the other one will be acting the role of both an assembler and a guardian. So your fetcher is going to be blindfolded. So let me give an example. Who should I use now in the house? Let's see. So let's use DJ Flo and Ruthie, right? Now they are in a pair. And you guys, is it Ruthie? DJ Flo and Ruthie, are they in the same pair? Let me just the pair people when not they together. DJ Flo and Ruthie. I think that's why they are the Flourish, right? See, let's just use people that we know their names very well. Let's see. Okay, let's use radicals. So we have Michky and we have Fairme, right? Michky and Fairme, one has to be the fetcher and one would be the nutter. Be waiting, we will call him now the wash. The washer. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. One has to shall be the fetcher, while the other one will be the guardian and the person that would assemble whatever the fetcher fetches out from the pool of balloons that had a lot of knots and screws, right? So the people that are fetching were on one side. There was a assembler. I'm going on the speak grammar for this page. The fetchers were on this side. There was a pool in the middle, and then the guardians and assemblers were here on this other side, right? So the only demarcation was the pool that was filled with balloons, but underneath the balloons there were knots to screws and all of that. So now these fetchers were blindfolded by the ninjas, right? They were blindfolded by the ninjas, and they were given waiting with all those English. Let me go to it. They were given fishing rods, and on the fishing rod there was a magnet attached to the fishing rod. Okay, so you where they fetch, you get to hold the fishing rod, and to your fishing rod, there was a magnet attached to it, which means that you're supposed to use the magnet to attract the knots that were deep down the pool, hidden of course and covered with balloons. So you have to try to use your hook to just fetch that out, and you have to do it blindfolded. So your assembler and guardian is supposed to be telling you, no, and put it to this side, no, take it to the right, no, okay, oh yeah, fetch. You know, it seemed like a marketplace, guys. At some point, I was asking, is this TikTok where they are doing tap, 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 follow, 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 follow? I've been waiting, where did they do that tap, tap, tap for follow, tap, tap, tap? Because it was so rowdy. They were just making a lot of noise. No, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. Bring it, bring it, bring it. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening here? At some point, some people on the live stream said to me that it looked like, you know, Katangwa. Now, if you're in Lagos, or if you're in Lagos, you know Katangwa. You know bend down select, where you are selecting clothes and they're telling you this is first grade, second grade, and you're trying to, you know, pick out the best items from the grade. That's exactly what it seemed like, because it was so rough. It was not rough, but it was just really rowdy, you know. Fetch, 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 fetch. And you know, when you fetch out something, your guardian would collect it from you and then start to knot. I mean, there was already a sample there, so you're supposed to just replicate what you could see on that table. So they were trying to do it fast. Your fetcher is supposed to fetch out 2 knots and 2 washers, right? So when you fetch out the knots and the washers, your assembler will now quickly assemble it. The first person to finish, initially Big Brother has said the first person to finish and go to their seat will win. But then because they did not remember the part where you have to go to your seat, you know, when they finished, they just raised it up, and Biggie was like, okay, you know what? Now we're going to scrap out the whole sitting down first and all of that, and we're going to focus on who finished first. Now, it was at this point that we realized, I mean, we watched it. So yeah, it was at this point that, you know, Biggie announced that Mayor Frosh and Toby Forge, which obviously are the Streeze team, you know, they had won the Custodian challenge for this week. And of course, they were really excited because, guys, we have figured out but we have figured out now that the most important position in that house is the custodian, you know, because now you carry power, you're the one that will be saved. You have immunity. You are still the one that would either save somebody or kick somebody out or replace somebody or do something. So it's even more important for you to try to win the custodian task than the head of house, because head of house, you will win and you will still be up. You will still be up, you know. So it was really exciting for them. But then of course, you know that when some people win, there are really some people who would now become sore losers. Okay, and I'm saying this because few minutes before we started this live stream, Ben and TJ, they were already having issues. I mean, TJ was like, why would you allow them win you, blah blah blah, and Ben is like, I don't get, am I here to play? Am I here to play? I tried my best to, you know. I don't know why TJ would ask that question. It's not like he would probably have done any better. He wouldn't know for sure if he would have done any better, you know. So all this, why did you not? It was just really hilarious. And guys, let me tell you the funny part here. When Streeze won, next thing we heard from the Wani and Handy twins, my friends, I'm like, these girls are not even serious. They were actually catching cruise. It's not like, you know, they were trying to now say, oh, they're my friends. They were just catching cruise, like, my friends, my brothers, because you guys know that there's always, you know, benefits to being in the good books of the custodians. And we saw that with how the Indian pairs had chosen head of house, Mbadiwe twins, and today they had also saved the radicals. So of course they have a lot of power, and you know, people would want to naturally be in their good books. And guys, you know what is interesting? You know what I'm looking forward to in this new week is just the type of pressure that Nelly is going to put towards, you know, getting Mayor Frosh's attention, because it's gonna be a lot. There's going to be a lot of pressing and pushing between Nelly and of course Ruti, because we know, I told you guys in the previous video that Ruti was just telling me, I know you like her, go for her. Let us see if she will still say go for her this week, that he has the power to either keep you in the house or kick you out, you know. It's just a lot. I mean, yes, there's seriousness in this now, but my point is, they started saying as a joke, and then every other person was like, oh, my brother, to the point where Cassia even called Toby Forge, oh, my boyfriend, congratulations. It was hilarious, guys. It was hilarious. But can I tell you guys, when they showed us the percentage of, you know, the 4 pairs that were up for possible eviction, guys, I was shocked, you know, because I thought that, for some reason, I didn't think that the checkers had more ranking or would have more ranking than Streeze. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that Onyeka is out there, very bubbly and all, but you know, when the chat was displayed on the screen, Tami obviously had the lowest votes. So aside from them even being kicked out by the rest of the housemates, they had really low votes. Okay. And to be honest, I don't know who to blame. I'm not blaming anybody, but if you ask me between Damilola and Toyosi, who gave more content, it will be Damilola, because I mean, at least she even had fights, she even apologized and all of that. But Toyosi, there was really nothing about her on the internet, and it was just really sad. It was just really sad because again, when you come as a pair, you will leave as a pair. So yeah, I think a lot of people genuinely like Onyeka, and the fact that she's our Al Jazeera for this season and all of that. I actually like Damilola, and I would miss seeing her on my screen, to be honest. She has this composure, and yeah, I really like it. But yeah, like I said, Tami had the lowest votes, and they had 2.21%. Yeah, that was really low. 2.21. Then the next on the, because I'm doing like from lowest to the highest in terms of how they got votes. The lowest was Tami, 2.21%, followed by Streeze. Yes, Streeze, they had 4.58%. Radicals had 4.81%, and of course Checkers by far beat them. They had 5.12%. Guys, for me, that's a lot. They're doing a very fantastic job. I mean, at the end of the day, if you have to cry your way to the finals, cry your way. If you have to talk your way to the finals, talk your way. So it's just really nice that Streeze have secured a spot, at least for the next 1 week, right? So yeah, really, really nice. I'm excited for that. um like I said, there's going to be a lot of hustling this week, because first of all, there's no food, and people don't know if they'll be living or not. So of course they want to be in the good books of the street pair so that they can save them. And it is safe to say that Ruthie finally has the kitchen to herself, because you guys know, she has had this squabble with Damilola, not once, at least 2 times that we're aware of, that we heard of. Because they have conversations that we are not even privy to a lot of times. So yeah, Ruthie, you can have the kitchen. Nobody's going to question your 6 years of experience, as a chef. Cook, cook, and keep cooking. Okay, she's going to be cooking a lot this week. So yeah, that's basically everything that happened during the live show. Not a lot of things. Of course, there were a lot of adverts here and there. There were no audiences at the there were no audience at the, what's that place, at the studio with Ebuka, because of the ongoing protest. So yeah, everybody's trying to keep safe and all. Because I had some people asking questions. Oh, no audience, no audience. Why now? Why now? It's boring. It's actually because everybody's trying to keep safe. I don't think it would be a great idea to have a lot of people, gathered in one space. No, it doesn't make any sense. There's just a lot of unrest in the country at the moment, and we are definitely just in God's hands at this point, because I mean, we listened to our president and the speech that he had given. So yeah, y'all be careful out there, stay safe. If you don't have to go out, please don't go out. And if you have to go out, be very vigilant. This is not the time to plug air plugs that have been waiting to your ear headphones, and then you will not know when people are shouting. No, no, please off it, remove it from your ear. So once they do pradam, also you run, you go run. I don't need to hear any, oh, I didn't know that was happening. You have to hear. I have told you here now. Please be careful. Please be careful. Please be careful. All right, that's all the gist that I have for you guys tonight. I am going straight to bed. Trust me, like I am exhausted. If you're on that live stream, you will know. I was just yawning like somebody that had not eaten today. So please, let's all be safe. Let's stay safe and hope for the best. Do not stay in places where there are a lot of crowds. Guys, please, I'm begging. I'm begging, okay? Because I'm always very happy when you guys share information with me. Some of you tell me it's a family meeting, so we're free to talk about any other thing. We finished talking about Big Brother, okay? So yeah, we're free to discuss. Yeah, okay. Let me quickly mention, some of you share your good news with me. When you give birth, you send me emails, you send me messages. Oh, Beth, I would like you to attend. You guys actually invite me for your events, and I am truly grateful for that. But I would be really happy if we can all keep safe and yeah, just stay away from the crowd. Okay, you like my jewelry assembler, okay, but can you fetch it? Can you fetch it? First, you right wait for that live stream that Sean go see say na one in the same way go fetch. Bad mouth. And you people will be saying it's only me that have bad mouth. When you people on our mouth bad pass my own. Oh. They just say that me they talk. If they're given a chance to talk, I think we'll even start doing this whole talking thing where some of you will join and then I can hear. You guys can talk. I can see you people. I think I don't know when we'll start that one because I think it involves a lot of technicalities. I don't even know me now, Olodo. I don't know anything. Oh yeah. Oh, you will use the washers to fetch it. Okay. Okay, your washer not go reach here because that magnet go break before it go reach here. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching and joining this our family meeting. I will definitely come to you guys with another video tomorrow. And because you guys know tomorrow is going to be a crazy day. If you have forgotten, let me see if I can find it. I don't know where I wrote it now, but best believe that there are just a lot of activities tomorrow. I'm going to put all of that in the comment section. Okay. There's going to be the immunity, HOH ballots. A lot of things will happen tomorrow morning, and it's starting from 10 a.m. So tomorrow, like Ebuka would always say, is Monday Madness in Biggie's house, and it is just as the word is, Monday Madness. So yeah, tomorrow I'll come to you guys with updates as to what happens. Who go home? Tami, that's Damilola and Toyosi. All right, guys, thank you so much. I love you so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye. You guys, you're feeling my wig. You're feeling you're bye bye. Good night. You can go sleep.